Hey everybody, welcome back to another Eagle's Nest video. This is Michael here. I have Munfusion, who won today's tournament. We had 16 players on a Thursday. Munfusion, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing great. So Munfusion, you played the TB deck. Uh,
Yeah.
you were saying that you learned this deck from Pop. What exactly did they tell you about this deck?
I actually I took inspiration from their list that they topped with. I believe it was last Thursday or something like that. When they took this deck to Eagles, um, last week, and I did make a few modifications to mine compared to theirs. Um, the one thing I did was I added the field spell in here because the field spells were I wanted to try it out to see how good the field spell was and everything,
Mhm.
and it turns out it was pretty good. And I think Kfis said that they're gonna like they're adding to their deck as well. So I think this is a pretty good card to have in the deck for anyone that wants to try to build this deck for sure.
So what's the value of this card? Is it that you get to play something out, or is it that you get to attack, digivolve when attacking? What's the
So
real reason you like it?
so it's kind of both. So basically, the reason why I really liked it was the fact that let's say I wanted to set up an attack next turn to kind of just like use a little less memory so analog could trigger. Um, I I would just use the options. I could play Wonko or like one of the other threes to just like dig deeper, or even just like play a 5 with assembly
Mhm.
if it's like later in the game. So you can just like have the 5s ready to go. Um, on like Shishimi or like Kakesh or something like that, because like they're also really good to just have out early enough. And also just on my turn, like sometimes if I have the 5s, I don't have like the Shishimimon ready to go, I can use the other two 5s to just attack and use the option to just evolve into my 6s a little easier. So that way I won't have to I can still go into 6 and not sacrifice a Shishimi if I don't need to.
Mhm.
um it's just one of those things, just like it's a really good combo card to have for like if you just need to pass as low memory as possible, or if you just need to just like say, okay, I'm up against TB, let me just pass as much memory as possible to give you 5 and just say good luck. Oh, not TB, TTS. Pass it to 5 and say good luck
Yeah.
if you have Asuna and no forwards in the back.
So like
Like it's just for,
your Shishimamon is the best level 5 because it lets you evo for reduced by 2, but when you don't have it, you can still get a little bit of an advantage by reducing for at least 1 with the option if you have it set up.
yes sir.
Yeah. All right.
That's the thought process.
So today you played against 2 Jupiters, 1 mirror match. What was the other matchup you had? Garuru. You played, yeah.
Yep.
And then how do you feel like this deck plays into the meta right now? Do you feel like the meta is established, or we're still all figuring things out?
So, in my opinion, because during my testing, I noticed that on a TB has bigger matches into like BL Star, because BL Stars can't really deal with a wide board that this deck can produce sometimes, and also having Susanomon being able to just like minus the entire field when they make a white board, and not be able and not them be able to like bring back like a 4 or anything else like that to just like work with, because like a lot of times we against BL Star, they have like the Lady Devi in her, but you can just like bring back a body and just keep going. But if you just use Susanomon to minus the whole field, they can't like do as much to play the game. So I like this deck versus Musketeers because the fact like it can just control their board as much as you control theirs, and plus also Amaterasu is a really good card into that matchup too, because you just bomb deck their options from her effect as well.
What about Beat Break or Glowing Dawn decks that are running a Tratismon? Are you able to confidently beat those decks, or is that a tough matchup for you?
It's still a tough matchup, but it's not impossible, because like if we have the option, we can use we have like the delay option. We can make the board wide enough so that way like the only option they would have to do is Hapakiri. So like if they have a Travis on the field, most of the time my strategy is like, okay, I can't touch the Stratus unless I go into Susanomon to raid into him.
Yep.
So my game plan now is just like, let me get rid of your field as much as possible, and just leave you at 1 as much as possible with like an, let's say like a execute body, because even if it dies to a trash block, I don't care, because I want to die anyway. And just like basically have like that be the new play, and just like try to like make a whiteboard as possible, so that way a trash can't like kill, because you have cards like Kaguya to make the whole field blocker,
Yeah.
and they don't have too many cards to just like Crimson Blaze to just get rid of the field, so they have to kind of just like
Pick you off one at a
start
time.
again. Yeah.
Okay, so and then in the finals, it was a mirror. Uh, it came
Yep.
down to a draw, so you were decided winner by tiebreakers.
Yep.
Uh, in a long drawn out battle in the mirror, what's the best way to win? Like, let's say TB becomes a very popular deck, and a lot of people are playing it, and mirrors are going to be common. What's your route to victory?
So the best thing I can recommend for anyone that's trying to play a mirror match is make sure you get the arrival option ready to go, because that's really your best friend in a mirror match. Because like if they deal with your sixes, you bring back your sixes, and it's just like it basically you just have to like control the field if you can. Otherwise, best option is also just Amaterasu, because you just want to get rid of those eggs. Because a lot of times, like in mirror match, we saw with me versus JJ in the mirror match, I used Amaterasu to get rid of his eggs
Yeah,
because of the fact that like I didn't want him to use execute
didn't want
with
to go into
Susanmon.
Susano. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any shout outs or closing comments to make? You already
Um.
shout outed KFizz. Anybody else?
I also want to shout out to my teammates for helping me test this deck, and also my boy Dan and Tim for helping test this deck too, because they helped me to learn this deck a little bit more so I can play it today and everything. So I'll shout out to everyone to help me test and everything. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Well, there we have Munfusion. Thanks for the interview. Congratulations on winning today's tournament,
Thank
and
you.
have a great rest of your night.
Thank you too. And later, guys.